Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I've got an epic game for you guys. This one's kind of crazy. I guess the main storyline with this one is the fact that there's two Mercies in the game. With ranged DPS, it's almost like Battle of the Pocket. But we're also involved. We play a big role in the game.
And we're ready for one heck of a match.
And look, we're against the Diva. And do you know what?
Welcome to the stadium. First up, who's ready to start the push?
I wasn't waiting for you guys to answer. I was waiting for the announcer to be quiet. He talks again here, which is kind of annoying. Actually, this right here is a bug. So it's like I can't select my hero. Why am I on hero select during stadium? Like I can't do anything. Anyway, what I was saying was, do you know what? We're up against the Diva.
Welcome to the army.
And
The teams are gearing
Diva's one of my favorite tanks to play against with Moira. Because no one can blame you for going a chain grass build. Because what? Are you going to orb? No. And then the other thing is that your team can become quite dependent on you to actually deal with the Diva. Because, I mean, when she starts like building loads of defense matrix stuff in her build, then not a lot of heroes can actually do anything while matrix is active, but Moira can. So if you kind of build to counter the Diva, you can really, really shut her down. And spoiler alert, we shut her down quite badly in this game. So start off with a build in round one. I've gone for armored vest. I've gone for weapon power. And I was debating whether to get ballistic buffer or just to go... Okay, yeah. Debating to go ballistic buffer or to get some more attack speed. And actually I thought, I'm going to try weapon lifesteal. Now I know the enemy soldier is a very good DPS player. We check Diva's build there, see if there's anything that reduces beam damage. There's not. Which I don't really know why, but I guess they just don't find Moira damage threatening. So we're going into round one. Hazard's jumping across. Diva's on there as well, but we're trying to like keep the heals up. By the way, if Diva does go like nice matrix there, if Diva does become more of a problem for us, like starts building anti-beam stuff, we can always get precarious potency and focus a lot more on healing. And Chain Grasp is still going to be useful for hitting other players, even if we can't kind of attack Diva. So our team doing well here. I push forward, get the clone, but the soldier, I didn't know the soldier was there. I thought it was just a Mercy and a Kiriko. Bit of a mistake, but Hazard wall and a Mercy res, and we're back in action again. Soldier's going to try pushing us, but we step right out again. Reaper also going around a little flank there. We hear footsteps to the right, but we also hear the Diva, and we want to try and attack her a bit here. Chain Grasp coming in is going to deal some damage. We're not denting the Diva too much right now because loads and loads of armor. We don't have too much. By the way, I went for weapon power here rather than attack speed because I was figured that if I'm going to be attacking Diva a lot, actually weapon power's probably going to mean, and I don't know this for sure, but I think it will mean that armor's going to reduce the damage by less because each hit is going to hit more. But it probably doesn't make a difference. I know someone will... in this like small amount, it's not going to make a difference, but or very, very little. It also helps though with the heal over time. So I thought, look, I'm not kind of main character when it comes to damage here. So I think weapon power was a good choice. So our team's making really good progress, but in comes Kiriko. Oh, we use a heal orb on ourselves even though Mercy's on us, and now there's a visor. We're not trying to just kill the soldier here, we just want to make his visor less effective by putting pressure on him. Sojourn does take him down though, so now we're actually behind the enemy team. There's a Kiriko just attacking us. Not too scary, but we are going to get the Mega. Now Kiriko's got... They're not moving the bot. Well, don't mind if I do then. There's a soldier coming over though. Yeah, back to the Mega, which is just spawning again. Now the whole team's pushing us. Now I don't mind this. Like, sure, we get killed, but it just means that players are a bit further away from the action, and they're the ones who've got 22 seconds to yeah, make up a huge distance here.
Evolution is a painful path to walk.
So we nearly got Coalescence, and Coalescence is actually quite useful in these early rounds, even if we're going a Chain Grasp build. Bomb comes in, we fade it. Over time we use Coalescence just to heal. And then also it means that they can't really push. We heard the footsteps over in the doorway. So over time now, trying to get some damage on the soldier, but the soldier's going to sprint off. No chance of killing him. So put pressure on the Cassidy, stop him touching the bot. We take round 1. We got MVP as well. I was actually surprised by that. Yeah, slightly ahead of the enemy Kiriko. We looked at the soldier build there briefly, and also the fact that there's Kiriko clone, which means, if you know anything about how I like to build chain grasp builds when we're against a clone Kiriko, it means we're going to get the following item: Frenzy Amplifier. So when you get an elimination, it gives you a 15% attack speed boost for like 3 seconds. And clones are very easy to kill, even accidentally when using chain grasp. Like, we attack the D.Va, get the elimination on the clone, we get a nice attack speed boost for really, really cheap. So I actually really like this item. We also get advanced antibiotics, and we get shield buster because that's against D.Va. And then the money's so awkward. Like, with 3 cash off of being able to get either aftermarket firing pin or custom stock. So it means we got to try and work things out by selling our compensator. And now I'm running out of time here, and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to get wrist wraps. Our orbs still do something. It will help with Coalescence. And then I'm going to get ballistic buffer because we've sold our armor. We do not have a lot of health. I'm not really used to playing with such low health these days. I nearly always add on some sorts of extra health. And I'm like, please don't take the jump pad. And we see Reapers going there. I'm like, no. Because they would beat us there. Oh, Mercy gets taken down by that soldier though. Reaper is out of the fight, but at least no one went to the jump pad and, you know, soldier sprint with a gadget or something. D.Va's chasing us now, so we're gonna fire a heal orb. Oh, we've got Chain Grasp active. Might be able to. Thought we might be able to help the soldier and win this, and we got jumped up in the air, but we got the mega Chain Grasp over onto the soldier. And the team now making their way back to the point. Our tank is back. They're gonna cap this almost certainly. Yeah, Hazard's not going in. Not in a rush to go in. Reaper was on the point though, so we might be able to get there in time. Try and attack the clone. It looks like it was getting healed or something. Didn't do too much damage to it. Hazard gets taken down, so now we're going to have to back off. Big damage from the soldier coming out. Mercy was healing us a bit there. I'm going to take the mega and see if we can keep our soldier on alive. I'm going to try and get an angle where I can chain grasp. We use heal orb. We've got our fade, so we can always get back. All low health player. Tried to zone in on them, but didn't really work. Mercy's doing a great job with the healing, by the way, which is freeing me up. Again, that pressure on the visor. It was pretty low, but that... If we get the soldier to low health, Mercy's going to amp the soldier rather than heal. Heal the soldier rather than amp. Quick heal over onto the Reaper. I can't afford to spend too long pointing the Coalescence that way though, because it's kind of bad value. So D.Va, yeah, a bit difficult, but they did get quite low there. They're getting very, very low soldier. Cassidy in the background with the soldier there, but we're low health. Again, we don't have that survivability. Mercy tagging us again. Great healing from the Mercy. Now the question, do we attack the D.Va or do we heal the Hazard? We kind of tried to do both and utilize Moira's heal over time. But primarily we want to be attacking the D.Va. Because we need the point, we need that tank down ASAP. The longer it takes to kill, yeah, the worse it's going to get. So, enemy team got 81% this time. Took a bit of damage, but we flat bounced an orb, just had to wait for it to return. Soldier fired the rocket over onto us, but didn't connect cleanly with it. D.Va just ate that orb, but we don't really care because we're using it for the chain grasp. Reaper with a little sneaky position there. Looks like our team's winning this fight. Hazard's very low though. We take a couple of Kiriko shots. Jump up. Can we get the Mercy before she gets in spawn? We can. And we need another, well, one of those and a scramble fight by the looks of it. Sojourn was looking to play with confidence up on the high ground there. So we're going to follow suit. I do like it that the DPS players are playing forward. Reaper's just in his own world, okay? And I'd normally hate this. And yeah, by the end of the match, I don't hate it as much. I think they actually played a very important role in the game. But it would be easy, really easy to flame them throughout most of this game. So just give them the benefit of the doubt here. Hazard ult came in, probably going to get killed here. We're trying to take out a DPS in exchange for our tank at least, because I don't believe that we've got the weapon power or anything to keep our tank alive against amped DPS like that. Cassidy now, we're in a little 1v1, get hindered, but we've got our heal orb there. Or we fade around the corner to try and punch, but a quick roll with a mercy tag and we get killed. Probably didn't need to fade that, but actually had we have just walked around, I think he still would have rolled and we wouldn't have got the kill. It was very, very close. Hazard now with a touch on the point in the last second. Who else is there? It looks like we've got a player going over the jump pad. Hazard does get taken down and he touches. Not this time. Score 1-1. We put out a lot of damage there, but so did our Sojourn with that pocket mercy. Enemy soldier also putting out huge numbers. So as I said, battle of the pockets.
Coming up next, the teams are
Eva went for Martian Mender. I was wondering why she was like kind of tricky to damage. Normally when I've got Shield Buster, Nanobiotics as well, we can kind of put out quite a lot of damage on them. Now there are two big healers on the enemy team in Mercy and Kiriko, especially with a clone build. But yeah, it felt like we weren't doing as much as I was expecting. Considering Codebreaker because of the D.Va, and then I look at their team and say, none of them have really got any substantial armor apart from D.Va. Now it's not quite like Shield Buster, because Shield Busters you deal damage to armor or shields. Codebreaker is only going to help you with armor. It's got to be a bit more selective from that. So I get Phantasmic Flux because I know that the Pocket Soldier is going to start hurting and the Cassidy was also hurting, and we still want some attacking stats. I picked Vitality, but the money isn't working out too well, so we can actually afford 2 of the 3 750 items, the only 2 damage 3 750 items. Now it might have actually been a good idea to go Iron Eyes for one of them, because I believe that's the same cost, and then that'd be good against the crits. And then we pick Ethereal Excision. We were deciding if we should get Precarious Potency or not. And I decided, look, I'm going to stand in front of the Soldier. I'm going to stand in front of the D.Va quite a lot. So this is going to help with my sustain. And I don't plan on buying Amari's yet. So Precarious Potency isn't as urgent. So jump into the middle. Take a shot from the Kiriko there. That's okay. Tried to sneak the orb over. At least the D.Va looked over there. We got a second of her not attacking anyone. Quick heal over onto the Hazard. Just apply our little heal over time. It's not Precarious Potency, but it still helps. Especially, well, one of the good things about Hazard is that he can go in, be quite aggressive, and then because he's got the defensive stance with the whole spike guard, right? That's the time that we can heal them. So when they back off and get low health, they're going to be blocking a lot of damage, and our healing just works really good. Sweepy gets taken down there. Oh, Mercy. That's good positioning from her. Like, taking that little top window could potentially allow for a contest there if she wanted to, but also is keeping them safe from any damage below us. Cassidy's just round the corner, but all sorts of healing going out on them. Try and get the heal over time on Hazard. I'm not sure if that connected, so now we're in a little 1v1 against the Cassidy. We're using Ethereal Excision here to try and dodge around. We get a bit of movement speed when we aim for the head. We also get more lifesteal, but the burst damage, Iron Eyes, would have really helped us out against the crits. Sojourn might have the Cassidy, yeah. He does. He's looking for a bounce for the heal orb. We find one there, but it's yeah, not really going to them. Look what we do here. Body blocking. We try to make sure that it's hard for her to get back. Kiriko clone's also in. Frenzy Amplifier active. There's no target there except for the Soldier. Soldier gets taken down. Sojourn's there. We get another Frenzy Amplifier, which is also going to affect Coalescence. Helps us kill the Mercy. The Cassidy goes down. I say we kill. The Sojourn got all the kills there, but I mean, we would have taken him out even without the Sojourn, I think. Soldier Visor comes in again, trying to just make them use anything, and we've got to hide behind cover here. Oh, it's a bit. We're happy that they didn't target us. Looking where they can come through. Team's playing really well here. Baby D.Va gets taken down. There's a Cassidy. We're just looking for a kill here. We don't care if somebody else goes and touches the point. If somebody does go and touch the point, then we get the elimination on Cassidy, get some more money, then we'll come back, clean the player up on the point. You got to consider these things in Stadium that you might not in normal ranked. Because in normal ranked, you could just go for the player who is trying to contest the point. But we want the money. So, we're up 2-1. We sell the 3750 items because they're not what we're looking for. Now, this is me respecting their DPS damage. I'm looking for survival. Our damage was not too bad. So I'm quite happy with just Shield Buster, Advanced Antibiotics, Frenzy Amplifier, and Phantasmic Flux. So if I buy Iron Eyes, that's a shame because I probably would have taken something like Eye of the Spider. I really don't want to have to sell Frenzy Amplifier, but we will if we can't find another combination. Nebula Conduit could be quite good. It gives us a bit more weapon power. Otherwise, we've got Ogun down there, which against Rapid Fire Diva, against Rapid Fire Soldier, we're going to gain that damage reduction stacks like really, really quickly. And if we get that with 6k left, we can get a bit more weapon power. Just considering other options, maybe there's the heal station gadget. But we go for Talent Modification Module. And so now we're reasonably tanky. But we still have the damage bonuses, which we're relying on the Kiriko clone builds. Kills even.
3, 2, 1.
Right, so we see enemy soldiers got Weapon Jammer, I believe. And also they've gone for the healing power, which is very frustrating for us to play against. Quick chain grasp over onto the Diva. Cassidy there. We're going to fade through. Take the Mega. Reapers just... See what I mean? Reapers in their own world. I mean, if you want to, by all means, sit there and try and just watch the Reaper. Obviously, I can't focus on them because they're out of our field of vision quite a bit. Actually doing really well on the Reaper right here. But it's a very sneaky playstyle, so the numbers on the scoreboard really don't do it justice. I thought I could jump over. I was trying to just get over the side of that car, but apparently we couldn't. We're going to fade here. Now, thinking about where they're going to come from, we hear the footsteps up top, but we need our fade back up before we can go there. So we jump up there. Hazard does get taken down. And now, oh, this isn't that great. Here's where our defensive items really, really help, including our fade. So we're going to fire a heal orb. Diva actually eats it, but Mercy's tagging us, which is very helpful, and I think Diva recognized that, which is good for them because otherwise she would have 100% lost mech. Now there's the whole team. We bounce a damage orb. Ooh, we could have probably killed the soldier there. I'm not sure we're going to be able to do anything now. But look, they're not pushing the objective. All the time that we do these survival plays, it's like that we stagger ourselves, but if they're not moving the objective, the stagger's a non-factor, right? So it doesn't really change much. We try and get a heal orb over onto our tank. We haven't got the tank anymore. Chain grasp here. We're respecting the DPS. But they're not respecting us, so let's see. Never mind. They didn't need to. Cassidy just headshotting everybody. Like, I said I knew who the soldier is on DPS. Played against them quite often, and they're nearly always with a Mercy and nearly always topping the scoreboard in damage. But the Cassidy is an unknown for me, so... Maybe they're grouped, I don't know. I don't think I checked. In fact, I didn't check. So now, healing our tank up, enemy team's in the lead. We're going to jump up top because we can bounce a heal orb here and we can chain grasp behind. Yeah, this is a little bit annoying. We use our Coalescence because it can allow us to get some ranged healing. It's not about the damage too much. Remember, there's the distraction, but here, ranged healing where we don't have to be in line of sight of the visor. Otherwise, we've got to push forward if we're going to try and save anybody. And great play from our DPS. We hear footsteps. Fire an orb up there. Don't get an assist or anything for it. That's fine.
60 seconds left.
Enemy team is still in the lead here. Again, don't care about the orbs into the defense matrix. Some people will say, well, why don't you fire a damage orb then? And it's like, nah, sometimes you do slip them through. And either way, you're probably, yeah, still not going to do too much with a healing orb. He's just going to get eaten. Oh, no, the bomb. We faded last second the soldier because we're trying to tank and absorb the damage because that's healing by proxy. What I mean by that is if the soldier is attacking us, sure, we can fade immediately, but then the soldier starts attacking somebody else, and that somebody else we would have to heal. Whereas if we just stand there and we tank the damage until the last second, that is exactly the same as if we were healing somebody else the soldier's attacking. So we always try and hold our fades and try and tank as much damage as we can. We have to do the little bounce after fade there to get the distance. We don't make it to the Mega, but unfortunately we jumped over the Mega. So what can we do here? D.Va's on us as well. We're going to fade back this time, take the Mega. No, we didn't take it. Unfortunately, we don't have anybody in range of the objective. So score now 2-2. Put out some decent damage, and I'm looking at Reaper here, and I'm just going, oh, 3k damage and stuff. But in retrospect, Reaper is doing a good job. If you think the Reaper's doing a good job, hit the like button on the video, because that makes sense. My YouTube metrics are directly related to Reaper's performance, as you all know. So, round 5, we sell everything because it's feeling a little bit awkward, and I wanted, because the fact we picked Amari's here, you know that we're getting precarious potency. Here's the other thing though, their healing's quite high. And so I was looking at Mercy's healing, which is insane numbers, and we want to make Mercy heal more, damage amp less. It also makes it so it's easier to kill players. And I'm looking at the options here. We've got our 2 favorite blues. Amari's with El Saka Suppressor. Now what are we going to do? Because sure, we can get like Vitality here. And that's, but then the money's kind of awkward, and then it's like, well, what are we going to do? So I'm thinking Lumerico is going to give me armor. And even though we're not really using the ability power, I get that armor refreshed when I use an ability. So I actually, and Lumerico is one of my favorite survival items. And when you combine it with something something that gives some weapon lifesteal or ability lifesteal, yeah, it's a really nice sustain item, like even in a weapon power build. So we get Techno Leech there, and yeah, of course, precarious potency. So now we're looking to improve the amount of healing my team get, improve our survivability, debuff the enemy team to reduce their healing, and yeah, hopefully carry on also putting out some damage on the enemy team. Big open map as well, which is, I think it probably favors them because it's going to be quite hard for the Reaper to get involved. But we'll see what happens. So Hazard's jumping up top. You see the D.Va there, but we hear footsteps to the left. It's just the soldier at the moment. Can we take down the soldier? This is kind of limit testing here. There is a Mercy involved, and with the D.Va push as well, we have to back off, but not too far. We need to apply that precarious potency over onto our tank. We've got good weapon healing now. D.Va overextends, gets taken down with quite low health, but Mercy again, or it might have been our sustain actually, is keeping us alive. As Hazard's going in now, they've got no tank to stop this, which means Hazard gets to create unlimited space for us. Enemy team getting taken down. Just the Kiriko left inside the room. Bit of damage and take her out as well. Great push from our team. Or should I say, huge mistake from enemy D.Va. So we have to go for heal orb, but we're not in range to actually do anything to the soldier. Hazard's jumped forward. We've got no real healing on them. There's players in every direction. Soldiers attacking us, so we have to try and heal orb forward. Get the chain grass there, but he's still coming around to push us. We fade behind the little wall. That should at least provide us with a bit of cover. Now we can push him, I think. It's close. We can get to the Mega before the soldier. We've got our ult, but our ult's not that good. Soldier just about escaping. We use Coalescence here. We was hoping to finish, but Mercy just healed them up so quickly. So instead, we go up and attack the Mercy. Remember, they're not making progress. These staggers are huge, right? We're the ones moving the bot right now. They're still chasing me around. We're still making progress on the bot. So I'm quite happy if I can keep a soldier and Mercy busy while we make progress on the objective. Yes, huge value. So our team's still making some progress, but it looks like our team might lose the fight. They finally get it, but we got it past the first checkpoint, and they've got a lot of work to do here. Okay, there's only one player on the bot. There's an indicator at the top which is telling us that is the soldier, which is fine, but we know that the Mercy's going to be close by because the Mercy's always close by. Now they're going to push high ground here just to try and control it. We can get a bit of chain grasp on there. And I actually fade again to go for that kind of distraction play. Only the Kiriko chases us. We fancy our chances in here. In this little 1v1, and Kiriko realizes her mistake. Try and damage as many different players as possible because I want this. I want them to chase. Right now, D.Va is not defense matrixing the rest of the damage from our team. Unfortunately, though, we are getting kind of screwed here and the enemy team is making a lot of progress. It does mean we can't really make much use of our precarious potency. As Cassidy's tracking us around here as well. Fire our heal orb. In comes the stun, but we've got our heal orb, so Cassidy gets taken down. Mercy there going for the res. We get a bit damaged. Can we finish her off before the res? Not before the res and not even after the res. But again, Distraction got to dodge the bomb. That's really unfortunate. Enemy team's actually made loads and loads of progress with the bot, but our team have cleaned them up. Huge damage values there. I think we actually got tons of value that round, like through the basic Moira Distraction play.
Next up, the teams are going head to head in Control.
Right, round 6. Win the round, win the game. Got 12k cash to spend. What are we going to sell? This is a tough choice. I mean, Techno Leech is going to go. Like, that would be the first obvious choice here. But if we sell Techno Leech, we don't have any kind of weapon lifesteal. Which, can you guess the item if you want some weapon lifesteal in the build? I mean, we've got Ethereal, so it's not essential. Phantasmic Flux, basically. So if Phantasmic Flux will be the ultimate one. So we sell a couple of items and we realize we've got 10k, 10k. I always try to divide up the cash that I've got into the common values. So, you know, you've got 4k items, you've got 6k item, you've got the 10ks, 11ks, the 1ks, and you can kind of do the bit of maths there. And so we realized that if we sell Talon Modification Module, then... Oh, and Techno Leech, then with the... Wait, did I? Either way, I sold the items, saw that that would give me 20k. That's Weapon Jammer, which will reduce the attack speed of Mercy. It will reduce the attack speed of Soldier. Cassidy's also got it. It gives us a bit more armor. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. We've got obviously still the weapon lifesteal in that. Our damage output is quite low, but we're still the debuffing Maniac even. 433 base health here. So, let's see. Oh, that does not last that long, actually. We're already down to 140. But hey, look, we survived. Because now we're trying to attack the Soldier. Mercy's healing, not amping. That's what we want when we go aggressive like this. It's not so much about the kills. We try and bounce the orb into there. Didn't work. Tried to also get healing over onto the Reaper. Didn't work. Mercy's in a lot of trouble here. Although I think we've just got a little precarious potency heal onto him. Now the problem is our tank. We can't get to the tank. Can we equalize that by taking out the D.Va? Not with the Kiriko clone here. We're going to have to fade up to the high ground. Heal orb, we only had 38 health left. Our team in a lot of trouble here. Sojourn's not going to escape this. Not without Cassidy, surely. So instead, let's try and use our tankiness, use our damage. I don't mind the D.Va. The D.Va really doesn't do much to us. It's only the DPS and when they're amped. So yeah, they're kind of bailing on us. But you see, they gave up the choke point to chase us, which is huge. So we're trying to put some damage over onto the healers, or at least some pressure. That hopefully would have resulted in some players getting killed there. Maybe could have killed the Cassidy there, but it would have been a 1-for-1 trade for sure. And we were hoping for a bit more, so that's why we tried to survive. Enemy team on 42% on the objective. Reapers trying to back off, but not going to be able to. This is not going well so far. Finding it really hard to kill players, like even through the enemy's healing. Maybe I could aim for the head a bit more, because I always forget that I've got Ethereal, because you kind of accidentally hit the head sometimes, and then you apply the debuff, so you don't need to really hyper focus on it. We probably could be doing it a bit better. No one in range of the chain grass, so we're just going to back off there. In comes Kiriko ult as well, but we do get a pick. Sojourn over onto the Kiriko, that's huge. D.Va bomb comes in, we know it's going to explode early. We get around the corner, no deaths from our team. Actually there was, but not from the D.Va bomb. Oh no, actually there was the Sojourn. So we've got to go get a touch. Hazard's also trying to get through. If we can get some healing on them as well, that'd be amazing. Suzu comes in and stops our chain grass, which is very frustrating. We do cap the point, but somehow we've got to do this. We can't just max healing here, it's not going to work. So we need to get kills, then heal. So we fade backwards now. Let's try and get this Kiriko down. This is working out quite well. Sojourn's also come in, I believe, with an ult, but D.Va's tracking that really, really well. Mercy now flying around. We can reliably hit her, but she's still a pain, even for Moira, especially with my low sensitivity. Not this time. You ain't escaping. Okay. Win 2 more fights, win the game. Lose 1 fight. We go to round 7. Hazard's in very deep here. Again, that healing though, combined with a Mercy, it's going to be great. Hazard ult comes in. Don't think he caught anyone with that. Hazard's weak. Reaper's in a lot of trouble. We can't get to the Reaper. Where are they? I was expecting them to come out the doorway, but no. So chain grass damage over onto everybody. We're going to have to back off though. It's a bit too much. With no chain grass, there's no point in just standing there. So instead we can kite a little bit, which is the reason why we play forward over on the choke. D.Va now goes in for another bomb. We do have fade, but I thought I was behind the wall. I was kind of tight up against that wall. So I thought I don't need to fade this, and I'm not going to fade unless I have to. So that's really annoying. Also, I think that would have changed a few things here in this fight. We do have phase alive. Now we're on a weapon power build. Coalescence is mostly useless. Like, it's got nothing compared to our precarious potency healing. So we try and use it for the movement speed to get to the point. We don't quite get there in time. You will see I will use Coalescence a lot for movement speed now, because it does do an okay amount of healing, but in terms of its damage output, it's going to do nothing. So now we could get Vanadium. The problem with Vanadium is you only get it once you've got your ult, and so sometimes on some maps you do lose out on a whole bunch of value. The last power is a tricky one, because I don't want to build into any orbs. I could go and get something like Void Hoppers, but do I really need that? We've got so much money here. I have the Spider, and then I didn't mean to buy Hard Light Accelerator. I meant to buy Booster Jets, but because the order of the items changes a lot, at this moment in time, I think I've got Booster Jets. So I'm looking at my items here, and I'm like, okay, power-wise, let's just get Deconstruction. We need more damage. We need to just be able to annihilate these DPS. So I'm looking through my items here going, yeah, okay, I have the Spider Heart. What? Heart Light? That was my actual reaction. I'm a great actor, if you haven't realized. So yeah, then we go and get Booster Jet. Still got a bit of money on the table. Now I was thinking here, the Mercy, where she was a bit of a pain to actually take down, I could get Aerial Distresser, and then I was thinking, oh, I could get the Closer as well. But the Closer, you don't get the crit thing, you'll get the reveal. But I just wanted it for the 20% weapon power. But then it occurs to me, actually, I'd probably want Booster Jet, because it's either a reveal or a movement speed increase. In retrospect, the Closer wouldn't have been too bad, because that extra weapon power would help with my precarious potency. And so that would probably be the advantage over Booster Jets here. But hey, look, this is what we've gone with. This is the final build. Going into the final round, round 7. Let's see how it goes. So I probably should have gone right here with my team, because of the precarious potency, and I can get some healing onto them. Now we see Soldier going there, and I saw the Soldier no mercy, so I was like, I could go and take him out quickly. Complete opposite happens. We got absolutely crushed by the Soldier. Look at this. And that's a worrying sign, how little we did to the Soldier. So, okay, our strength isn't going to come from 1v1ing players. It's going to come from Chain Grasp and that damage being spread over many players. So, the other thing is that we should be able to survive better than that. Like this, right? I mean, we've got the Mercy healing us, but if we can use this survival, this is bad right now with the Mercy. The Mercy needs to go join our team, because look, our Hazard died. I don't want the Mercy involved in this. I want to be in the 1v1 like this. And it's even better if their Mercy comes to the party as well. This is what we want, because now our Sojourn in the background is taking out players. So Sojourn does take down Cassidy and their tank guys as well. This is the value of distracting 2 for 1. And you saw it on both teams. Where it was Soldier against me and Mercy, our tank died, because that's the consequences. When it was me against Soldier and Mercy, yeah, their tank dies. So you see, quite a lot of the time you've got to think of the bigger picture. Go under here to try and heal the Hazard. That's a shame, because we would have been able to push the D.Va if he took down the wall. Like, D.Va hasn't got the damage to take down the Hazard there. So in comes a bomb now. We take down Baby D.Va. We fade early because of the faster exploding thing from D.Va. Now it's our team making some progress here. Hazard ult somebody. I believe there's still players underneath, but we're going to focus on this Soldier who's blocking the objective. Now I could go with the hazard here, but objective's really, really important. 60 seconds left. Can we actually take the lead? Reaper's low health. We get Garrus potency. Look at that healing. Crazy numbers. Quick application over onto the hazard. So we now chain grasp off the D.Va. Hazard getting a bit low, but remember I said earlier with the spike guard, we don't have to heal him right away. Like normally he ends up retreating and we can just get really rapid heals over onto him now. D.Va's contesting the objective here. Great play from the D.Va. But now we take him out. We still haven't taken the lead. But with that Kiriko, oh, it's really difficult to kill the baby D.Va. She's running really quickly. And I know that's not a big problem with Moira, but it's more the fact that the enemy Kiriko can do a lot of healing. And now there's a Mercy on us. Oh, we take the Mercy down and that is a huge kill. Because even though we haven't got the lead, I'm still here and they are still pushing the objective. We're going to push over, and even if I get killed here, it's still a 1-for-1. Cassidy pushes us, rolls, flashbangs, takes us down, but they don't have their damage amping, whereas we do, providing the Mercy can actually do some amping here. Soldier ult comes in. We need to win this fight somehow. Our tank goes down. Somebody just about got a touch there. Reaper and Sojourn are around there. Sojourn getting the kills with the ult. Reaper coming in with an ult as well. That's crazy. Mercy's there. Can anybody get the kill onto the Mercy? Is Mercy going for a res? I don't know actually. Kiriko gets taken down, and this is going to be really, really close. We've only got 1.8 meters to go. It's before the checkpoint, so there is no pause. We need to get to this bot. Well, get to the wall even before players come in. We can hear some footsteps. Sojourn takes down Cassidy. I'm not even sure where that was. Oh, I think that was over near spawn. D.Va comes in, can't get there in time, so launches the bomb. We come out on top with the victory, 4 rounds to 3. We do 48,000 damage, which is second on our team. Our Sojourn seemed to have won the Battle of the Pockets here, but I think crucially we played an important role trying to minimize the D.Va's activity and effectiveness. And our Reaper was, I think, the silent hero. That Reaper was doing a lot and yet doing nothing at the same time. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that one, guys. GG's, like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.